2 onlines, 1 offline, a lot of door camping. This is what happens when you are a menace to the server that you've just joined within a few days. And also when you're allowed to be toxic. This is how we became the most wanted group on the server. Now every story has a start. Moo, Z-Love and Unknown got a start on this server. Brand new, we had no BPs, so we had to get started fresh from scratch. We got a base down, but there was a big problem with that, and we'll find out later in the video as to what that problem really is. We've got a couple names that we need to make note of. This one is Tizzard. We come to find out that we actually live right next to his base, and this was the singular kill that started all of this. The next task on our hands was building the base and building a sustainable one. And at this point we found out we were next to 2 bases, which you'll see later on. These 2 bases consisted of 2 teams, and I believe they were allied at this point. Once the base was down in a reasonable state, we then headed to Outpost with the scrap we had to buy low grade. This was to supply us with stems and also to try and get a rig run in if we could. So after killing Tizzard whilst he was farming and killed him and his teammates a few more times that were in the surrounding area because there was a lot of bases put down, they got pissed off. And although you may not hear it in the video, they did start bolting from their roof, and apparently they built the tower specifically to roof camp us or anyone surrounding them. So we got them in and was kind of asking why they're doing it, can they stop doing it, and what is going to be their final outcome of this. Do they want us to move? Is there going to be a raid happening? And they pretty much said they'll raid us. Now we said, is it going to be an online? And it kind of was alluded to being an offline. The person that was talking for this team was American, so we guessed that the final outcome would be an offline, probably tonight.
clear for fireman, please.
This right here was the tower they were camping in. We didn't really see them outside, and they moaned about us killing nakeds. We explained that, you know, on the previous server we played, we killed someone who was naked with 1,000 scrap. So why would we, you know, pass the chance of killing, you know, just to see if they have anything on the materials, weapons, anything. They obviously dislike that and feel that we shouldn't kill them when they are naked. So then what do? They door camped us, they roof camped us, and they killed us when we were running around naked. Didn't make any sense. When we had a chance to leave the base without being door camped or roof camped, we tried to take oil. Now we thought it was a good idea to go. Well, I say all of us, one person thought it was good, unknown thought it was a good idea. The rest of us were fairly unsure. We were new to the server, 2 days in or day and a half in. We didn't really have much. We took everything we had to this. Now behold, there was 2 teams there and they were fighting. So we thought we would sit back, let the chaos end, and we'll be there to scrap and get anything we can from when they come back on the boats. But gradually it got darker and darker. Some of us have monitors where the brightness is absolutely fine for when it's dark, but also some of us play on TVs, and when that shit gets dark, it's dark. Like, I swear it's actually darker than real life. But anyhow, lock crate was done on rig and we saw people moving, so we took our shot. So 2 boats, big boats were there, and we didn't realise how deep these people were. It was about 8 deep. We all got crushed, and I wasn't streaming at the time, it was Moo. But I was able to get everyone's loot somehow. Whilst everyone was dead in that base, considering whether to quit, I was too busy picking up the pieces, getting everybody's loot and trying to get it back to base as safe as possible. We had a second shot at this server. We ran into some PvP with the neighbours and a couple other teams. These people seemed to get pissed off with us because they kept coming out and they kept dying. Now, along with Tizzard, bear in mind this name, Birch070. After this, they kept on coming out, and we kept killing them. And this was mine and Moo's point of view. Now this base here is Tizzard's. This is around 4 man, I believe, and these were the people that are primarily bolting from their roof camping, and then they came to later door camp us. Then everything comes into fruition. We then come across Birch070's base. Now we then put 2 and 2 together and see that they're both working together. So are they going to offline us as both teams, or is one going to take a pop first? We don't know. We tried to egg them on to do an online because our base really wasn't developed, and clearly they had a lot of boom that they could easily go through it. Although we had HQM core, we had stone outer, so anything was possible pretty much with rockets and boom, which they had. We waited and we thought, yeah, it's probably going to be an online. That was until we heard rockets.
She knows. She knows. Hey.
What kill shot you fucking wanna cook you right.
Looking back at the raid, I was pretty confused at the whole ordeal. These people that are raiding us weren't even HQM, like we had no metal kits earned from this raid. Road sign and the person who was firing rockets was a Hazzy. These people were either bots or they thought it was going to be a lot easier than it was. We did say to him prior that, you know, we are experienced players. We played for quite a long time, as sad as it sounds. So if you're going to do something, you got to do it right. And this whole thing failed on their part and they were pissed. We thought that was that, we'll take the dub and move on. However, they had to get a little say in. Whilst we were building our base back up and, you know, trying to get things sorted, we obviously had to go farm, we had to go get a comp run done, all of that because a lot of stuff we lost in terms of materials. So whilst Unknown was patching up the base, as he did a great job at patching up whilst there's so many grubs, so many people out there in kits, he done a good job and then he was building the base back up. And that's when night hit. And this is where they came over. And to say they were a little bit salty is an understatement. To quickly pause, I believe this was Birch. You know, the one we killed and then they teamed up with Tizzer to raid us? Yeah, apparently this was him.
Oh, you fucking wetty. You little wet cunt. You wet little cunt. Come out base, you fucking spaz. You little pussy cunt.
Fucking hell, here we go, here we go.
Fucking little wetty. You watch your base, be gone it morning, bro. Gone it morning, bro.
Now, if Big Boy Bollocks over here, who's just found an online combining two teams, is chatting shit to us, there's no way we're not going to chat shit back.
Morning, bro. Failed offline, failed online, failed online. Yeah, failed online. AP failed online, failed online. Pussy little cunt. pussy.
Your sniper tower is twice the size of our base and you still lose.
Shut the fuck up, you dirty little cunt. Dirty little cunt. Dirty little cunt. Base is going, boys. That base is going, boys. Base is going, boys. See you in a bit. See you in a bit, you little cunt. See you a little bit, you little cunt.
You fucking work, bro. You're getting controlled by one base and your two bases. You're getting controlled.
You're shit, bro.
You're
Getting controlled. Getting controlled.
Imagine you have two bases following one small 2x2.
You're getting fucking controlled, bro. You're getting fucking controlled. You're getting fucking controlled.
Two bases. They can't raid one. Two bases. They can't raid one. Two bases. They can't raid one. Two bases. They can't raid one.
You can't raid one.
Fucking bases. Can't raid one. You're fucking shit. You're fucking shit.
Your base is on fire. You're too fucking terrified because your base is on fire.
You're shit.
You're fucking
You're fucking shit. You're fucking shit. You're fucking shit.
You can't play outside their base. Don't play outside their
You're
base.
fucking shit. You're fucking shit. You're fucking shit. You're fucking shit. You're fucking shit.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys! You're fucking
shit.
You're fucking shit.
Now the real question is, was our base gone in the morning? Well, not only that, but we had a bigger case on our hands.